Yo, welcome to King's Football Show. Today is the Premier League podcast, and I got the three musketeers in the building. Let's start with my Uncle Realest. How you doing?
What you saying, nephew? You good, yeah?
Nah, I'm good. I'm calm.
Love, love, love.
And I got with me, the Love Island star, the man himself. He just made his makeup and he's here. It's live. Got the fresh shirt. Got the watch on. How you doing?
Bro, this isn't me with fresh hair and makeup. This is come straight from work just to chat with my brothers. But nah, man, I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm glad
He's doing his
to
nails,
be here.
bro. I saw him, bro.
About nails and that. Yo,
I
look
saw him
at
at the
me.
Chinese shop, bro. Doing his nails,
Is he?
bro.
Is he really talking the most about makeup? He's the one with a fresh trim, fresh
Nah,
beard,
nah, nah,
all of that.
nah, 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 nah.
And we got David Lee in the building as well.
Big up,
Say big up,
David.
guys. Big up yourself, man. And I think we have to start with Man United. How you feeling about Man United now, really? Spirit.
Same way, the same way, basically. Ain't nothing
No
changed.
changes.
Nah, 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 nah. Same way, bro. You always want to beat Liverpool. That's to me. That's bro. That's my. I know we want to beat Arsenal, but Liverpool, nah, fam. I hate them, man, bro. Always want to beat them. We won. I actually see my players for the first time in probably, let's say, 7 years actually run and put up a fight. So I was happy to see that. I was happy to see the manager had some balls to make some big decisions, drop
Yeah,
certain players. I was
yeah,
pleased with that. I was pleased
yeah,
with that. So yeah, man, we move. Glazers out.
yeah. So I want to ask you because you're a United fan. Your manager dropped Maguire, Shaw, Fred, and the Insta model Ronaldo. Him being brave enough to do that and getting a win against Liverpool, does that give you more confidence that you guys can have a good season?
No one here. No, in
Yeah,
terms of obviously, it's clear to see that we still need some signings. Yes, in terms of he's not afraid to make the big decisions, and he will stand by whatever his results is because that could have go really bad. Think about it. Drop Ronaldo, drop your
yeah,
captain,
yeah,
and you go to play Liverpool and you lose. Let's say you lose 5-0. That could end it really bad. But he stand by it, bro. Looking even in the training when they didn't run against Brentford, man told them they had to run the extra, bro, and he did it with them too. So he's getting the players to buy into his philosophy, and he's like, I'm doing it with y'all. So it's not like I'm just pressuring you, man. It's easy, bro. Just do the effort. Show effort, bro. Effort.
yeah,
And it's the simple things, bro. If you could do the simple things, you could get that right. Then you could go on because some people say, that was just counter-attacking football. Yeah, it was. But do you really think we had what it takes to play fancy football against Liverpool? To try to outpossess them? I don't think so. So we go to what was basic. It was basic, but it worked. It worked. Until you can get better players and you get them to buy into your system and do what you want, you have to keep it simple. And I agree with him there with that.
yeah. What about you, Tariq, as an opposition fan
Hmm.
looking into Man United and what Ten Hag did and Casemiro's just signed for them? What's your take on Man United? Are they turning a corner or is it same old?
It's I think really said it right in terms of that making those big decisions when it's difficult because if they didn't win that game, which they weren't expected to, with or without Maguire and Ronaldo in my eyes, then he would have come under a lot of criticism. We see the fanfare that surrounds Ronaldo, even though he's barely even match fit. They expect him to play him every week, which is ridiculous. And there's other factors that don't really suit Ronaldo. And Martial, he's looked really good. That front three of Sancho, Martial, and Rashford in pre-season seem to link up well. And we've seen Rashford and Martial work well, even under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So it was a big decision. I still think, though, Realist and United fans, that there's going to be more tests to come in terms of dropping the big man. Like when I say big men, not in terms of the fans' eyes, in terms of Maguire, but the fact that he's a club captain, someone who has a voice in the dressing room, and someone who has a lot of saying things. The same goes for Ronaldo if he still remains at the club. And it's going to see if the hierarchy will back him in terms of those decisions, because me and King will be able to relate as an Arsenal fan. When Aubameyang was dropped for the and when he never came back, we was actually in a rough patch ourselves, similar to you, where we lost off the back of Everton. We lost against you guys as well in that run, and it was very much, you know what, if he doesn't grab the win in this situation against Southampton, he was going to be under a massive amount of pressure then. And there was even talks of, Arteta out from the fans even then. But it paid off. And because it's so early on, Realist, I still think there's going to be other occasions where it's going to make or break him. And it's going to be interesting to see if the club back him with those decisions, and they don't say, oh, you have to play him. Because there was even that dialogue, if you watch the All or Nothing, where even above Arteta, Edu, Richard Garlick, Vinay, they were questioning, saying, we might have to bring him back in the squad. But they backed Arteta because they trusted him. And we know how the Glazers and the board runs up above Eric Ten Hag. And I don't have him as much faith that they will back him in those. Even though he's making the right decisions in dropping Ronaldo and Maguire, they might not see it that way. So there's still a lot more tests to come. But from on the pitch point of view now, you've got to be impressed. And, this is what you wanted to see from Martinez, Malacia, new signings. There is hope.
I'll be honest with you. When he said the dropping of Maguire, like Aubameyang, the way I see it with Aubameyang is he's not like a vocal captain. He leads by if he scores goals. That's how he does his leading captaincy. Maguire, he's not vocal. Ain't nobody listening to that guy. No one respects him, and his performance don't say nothing. So he's just captain because Ollie made him captain. That guy, he ain't have no weight. He have no pull. No one respects him, and he don't lead by example. All he does is make mistakes and point and tackle his own teammates.
It's not really just Maguire, though. It's the Ronaldo one as well. If you've got multiple players that are expected to be playing week in, week out that are unhappy, that's going to cause some unrest in a part of a dressing room.
Yeah, but the Ronaldo thing is I think they will see the light in it and they'll have to back him, because not most 37-year-old are built like Ronaldo. I could understand that. But the Premier League is not getting slow. It's getting even faster. Ronaldo can't keep up with that, bro. He can't even play 2 games a week, and we're going to end up playing Thursday, Sunday, and a little bit coming up soon. So if we want to play like we play Liverpool, you can't play Liverpool with Ronaldo just chilling and doing this thing. You need some pace. You need to at least get in behind or get at them. Ronaldo can't do it.
I agree with you, but do the people above Ten Hag think of football though?
Them
do you know what I mean?
If they want him,
that's what I'm saying,
because they gave him what he want. Well, not really what he want, but if they want him, they will have to buy into his philosophy, bro. The only thing I'm worried about is, I don't know if you all saw the interview with Carragher, Neville, and him, though. They had an interview, it was on Sky. He said something that troubled me bad, fam. Carragher asked him if he and the board not the board, the owners are in contact. He said, yeah. Then he said, not really. He said, when they gave me the job, I didn't speak to them directly. I spoke to someone else. I'm like, brother, what type of shit is this, fam? Imagine you hire someone and he never spoke to you, bro. I mean, I understand in business things happen like that, yeah, but this is something different, bro. You never spoke to the brother. Never.
Yeah,
so you just own the club and you know nothing.
That's the problem as well. And it just tells you how little interest they have in running Man United as a football club, because they themselves should have had an interview with Ten Hag and listened to what he wants to do with Man United and see if they are all in the same line. But I feel like they think that they are on a level where they don't care. They will tell the next man to tell him. And that's not gonna work in if you want to be a successful club. And they need to understand that the standards are so high now. If you want to be successful, you have to be more serious than Liverpool, more serious than Man City. And you also need to, at the same time, do better than Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham. And I'm not sure if they understand that. and if they even care. I think that's the issue. And the second thing is as well is that what is going to happen in that dressing room if if Maguire, Luke Shaw, Ronaldo, and one of Fred and McTominay keeps on getting benched?
Mhm.
What's the plan? Because Arteta, he had the luxury of he could ship away the players in January, but that only happened around October, November. This is the start of the season, and everybody knows the ego of Ronaldo, and it's a World Cup year as well. So I'm not sure what the plan is. Obviously, there will be some rotation with more games
Yeah.
and Europa League and stuff like that. But obviously,
I think
Ronaldo wants to be the main man.
think personally, if Ronaldo, if he is staying, right, because I think they'll still try to get a move for him because then, bruv, you know the problems that will come with that, brother, if he's not playing. But I know it's a World Cup year. Let's be honest. As much as I like Martial, you can't trust that brother to stay fit, fam.
No,
So
it's true.
Ronaldo is always
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
have time to play. You get what I'm saying? He's
yeah.
always going to get opportunities to play. The Luke Shaw thing, uh, he's never fit or anyway. He's fit sometimes, but Maguire, he's a squad player at best. So the only person going to have a problem with this is England if they want to pick him for the World Cup going forward.
But these players you mentioned, a lot of them are your longest serving players.
You know, well, they need to be long serving somewhere else.
By being your longest serving players, they're going to have a lot of respect within the club and the dressing room. In that sense, where it's like if you go into a place of work and you've got your longest serving people, they're ingrained within that culture. Whether the culture's good or bad, that's
Yeah.
another thing. That's another topic in itself.
Yeah, but that
But
way
it's going to
said
be
right
hard
there, I
to
think
shift
is
them.
I think that is the
I
main
think
thing though, because they had a
what can
issue
save
going on. They
Ten
had an
Hag
issue
for
going
me.
on where they was talking about with there's cliques, right? Every
Yeah,
club they tend to have
yeah,
that, but
yeah,
they was
yeah,
talking about these
yeah,
cliques that they was trying to break it up. So
yeah,
some of these
yeah,
long serving players
yeah.
need to be dipping, fam, because you ain't added nothing to the team in terms of success wise. You ain't winning nothing. You're just there and you're a calamity, bro. You're crap. So you might as well either you stay and be a squad player and probably be humble with whatever game time you get, or you dip. Because look, bro, we actually agreeing to sell James Garner, bro, for peanuts. No one could tell me Morgan Gibbs White is better than this brother. It don't make sense to me. So if we
Yeah,
selling him for that,
yeah,
McTominay and these man need to chill, bro.
yeah, yeah. But what I will say is that I think what could save Ten Hag is that I don't think Maguire got a big click. Like I don't think
He
like
got no
Rashford and
friends.
them man chill with him. It's probably him, Phil Jones, and Luke Shaw were probably mates.
Longest
I
serving
think,
players at the club, right there.
yeah, yeah. But then again, like, how big of a impact do they have? Because you got Varane now who's in there, you got Martinez who's in there, you got the new boys in Malacia as well who's come. Casemiro is coming as well. You know, they will have a click,
Yeah,
and the young guns, Martial, Sancho, Rashford, if they're playing, they're cool. So I think that's probably the thing that could save Ten Hag is that the longer serving players don't have a big click. And I think the reason why Arteta made Lacazette captain was to make sure that he didn't fall out with the French speaking clique at Arsenal because he knew that Aubameyang was very popular. And if he was enemy with them and Lacazette started to pull his crew, that could have turned into something negative. But it's going to be interesting to
what,
see and monitor how Ten Hag does.
let me ask you this question though. That could quickly change with Rashford if Gakpo and Anthony come in.
Yeah, that's. I didn't think about that. That's
Mm.
a good statement. What do you
Yeah,
make of that, Realist? If Anthony and Gakpo or one of them comes in and takes Rashford's place and his World Cup year,
You see, this is at least how I look at it here. Football, not football. A team needs competition. If
Yeah,
someone is not don't have competition, they tend to relax and get too comfortable and don't try or don't work hard enough. You get what I'm saying? Rashford never
yeah,
had competition for time, bro. Elanga, as
yeah,
much as Elanga was playing last season, come on, let's be honest, that's not competition,
yeah.
bro.
Nah,
That's not competition.
nah.
So if these brothers come in and they take his spot,
Uh,
bro, that's on you, fam. That's not because the manager just wants to play this person in front of you. That's on you. You need to work hard enough and show him you deserve a chance. As much as Rashford scored when we played, Rashford didn't look nothing special, fam. It was the same Rashford. He just scored a goal.
The reason I say that though, really, is because squad morale is actually probably underrated by fans, and why managers like Pep, like Arteta, like to have a small squad, even though it comes with your disadvantages on the pitch. But keeping everyone engaged and everyone feels like they're playing or have got a chance of playing, that's what it's all about. It's why Pep. I mean, it's why Sterling's left. It's why Jesus left. It's why Zinchenko. Man City wanted to keep those players, but those players didn't feel like they were getting treated fairly enough, because if you have on that left now, it doesn't matter how you rate them. It matters
yeah,
about how Ten Hag does. If Rashford, Gakpo, Elanga, Sancho all on that left side, you got Anthony. It makes, for us, if we're playing the game,
Martial.
it makes sense. But then you got Martial, you've got Ronaldo. You've got to make sure Ronaldo's having enough games. You've got Donny van der Beek, who's currently in the squad still. McTominay, Fred, possibly De Jong, possibly Casemiro. There's a lot of positions there. And you've got a few centre-backs. I know you're getting rid of Bailly now. That's good in terms of that. But those players that aren't playing can carry a real sense of, bringing down a lot of the squad morale and breaking up the squad and not all being focused on the same picture.
I'll
And
tell you something that me and you discussed just the other day,
yeah.
on
Yeah,
probably either my show or your show. There's a lot of games to play.
yeah.
Yeah,
The season
I
just
hear that.
started. There's a lot of games to play, and we're going to be playing Sunday, Thursday soon.
Yeah,
Sunday,
yeah.
Thursday
I
soon. So
think that could
if
maybe
you not
Europa League could
performing,
save you.
yeah, if you're not performing, you can, as much as you want to play and you want to have the best morale. If you're not performing, you can't be mad at the manager for dropping you.
but then
You,
It's a
but,
sport where you
but
have to
we say
perform.
that as a supporter, realist. But I'm thinking, players like Rashford, they have big egos, and
Yeah, well,
he's gonna
he
wanna
needs the
go.
ego to be humble time, bro. This PR thing needs to stop.
Yeah, but who's gonna humble him? Because he's made himself a bigger
The
star
manager,
than he is
bro.
the footballer.
If you have a problem with it, brother, dip, fam.
it's
Yeah,
hard though, because these players, the reason why they have big egos, King, is because they're on fat wages. That's why.
yeah,
And
yeah,
and this
yeah.
is
But also, like, look at it like this, Tariq. Sorry to interrupt you, but
yeah, sorry.
Rashford has almost been a main man at Man United since he burst into the scene. So he probably looks at himself as a superstar. He's playing for one of the biggest club in the world. He's played for England for bare time, and he's won, I think, 2 or 3 trophies with Man United as well. So, and he had a big hand in those trophies as well. No matter how much we rate or don't rate him, he probably rates himself as a big boy. And I think that it's gonna be interesting to see how Ten Hag handle the situation, and that will determine how successful he becomes at Man United.
Yeah,
I
bro,
think.
me personally, I back him 100, bro. If he said, "Yo,
Good.
you ain't good enough, big man,"
Yeah.
brother,
Yeah.
that man need to dip, fam. Because
And
I've
Good.
had enough of the players having them say and what they want getting run. Nah, no more of this, bro.
Yeah.
my last
Let's
thing
move on to. Okay. Yeah. Let's.
Yeah, my last thing is with for Ten Hag, he's not
Yeah.
he's not going to want to rotate as much, because he's still trying to implement his style, and he's going to want to have consistency, and he's going to want to have like a key spine to the team and key players that he wants to build it around and generate and get these players to learn. And the only way they're going to learn is by consistent game time. And that's another thing that's why I'm just saying, having a massive squad like United have, it's gonna cause some issues.
No, this is the same thing I told you just the other day about wanting to get these players to play and get chemistry and all this. It's the same thing. And what you told me, the season just started. There's a lot of games to play, and it's 5 substitutes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Arteta, with Arteta, He has a lot. He's got a small squad in compared to you guys.
If you think about our squad, how much are these people playing in that squad that will really get any time near playing?
That's what I'm saying. There's not really that many, but you're looking
Our
to get
squad been
more.
trimmed, you know. I think if you really check it, we lost like 7 or 8 players, you know.
And
Over the
Are
summer,
you
we lost 7 or
recruiting?
8 players.
But you're not done yet.
you're not done
No,
recruiting.
we
I
ain't done.
think,
We still getting rid of players still.
yeah.
I mean, we're trying to bring in, but we're still trying to get rid of some still.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the
Let me just
difference.
go through the chat, guys. Big up David Lee. He's saying let Ronaldo go. In my opinion, I agree. Big up Bargav. Thank you for tuning in, my guy. Big up Bobby K as well. It's saying big up lads. We got Matt as well in the building. How you doing, my bro? You know, and what is he saying? He say it just doesn't seem like a strategy in place. Yeah, I think so. And he got a question for you as well. Do you
Yeah,
think what do you think of United's transfer policy? 70 million for Casemiro, 80 million for Anthony. Smells of the Glazers trying to shut the fans up with big money signings.
bro, they do it every season. They do it every season. They know once you say protest or they realize, yo, it's getting a little out of hand. Bro, we took 2 days to sign Casemiro, fam. 2 months to sign Frankie De Jong. Still hasn't
Yeah,
signed him.
yeah,
A year and something to sign Sancho. Sign Casemiro in 2 days.
yeah,
2 days.
yeah, yeah. From
The
Real
same
Madrid as well.
Anthony who we could have paid 60, was it 60 at the beginning of the window?
65 and it.
Something
Yeah,
like that. Now it's 80. They're talking about 100. Lissandro Martinez, we could have just jumped in and paid 35. You,
yeah,
man, Bandolo the thing made us pay almost 60 for it. You see what I'm saying, bro? These man know
yeah.
how to manipulate fans, bro.
They do, they do, they do, they do. Let's move on to Chelsea, guys. And I'm gonna start with you, Tariq. What do you make of Chelsea? I've said for time that I'm a bit worried. I feel like something is smelly in that dressing room. I think Tuchel is starting to fall out with his players, and I think that's why so many players who's been successful at Chelsea are so willing to leave. What's your take on it?
I really see I think Chelsea in their transfer window. Oh my days! It's like watching United towards the end. They're scrambling, and it stinks of lack of really knowledge and strategy in who they're trying to get. This is the problem that Chelsea have had for quite a few years. By the way, they've not had great recruitment since they brought in Kante, and was it Diego Costa? Since then, was that what 2016, 2017? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a joke since, and it's good managers like Conte and coming in and Thomas Tuchel that have been able to get them Premier League and Champions League trophies respectively. But this is why Chelsea are struggling because they do not have how can Thomas Tuchel, he gets away with it so much. The brother has had Lukaku as his striker profile, literally signed under him, signed off, whether it's his signing, whatever, but that signing's happened under him, signed off, binned. See, doesn't even want to play him, doesn't even want to adapt the team to suit his game. And what also tells me, and people say, but Chelsea fans say it's not what he wants to do. He doesn't want to play with that style. He's trying to implement a style and system. What style and system are we seeing? He keeps chopping and changing from 4 at the back to 3 at the back, and he doesn't really know what he's doing. He plays Reece James at right centre back when you could build your team with wing backs. If you're going to do that, play Reece James on right wing back every week. Play Cucurella or Chilwell. You can rotate there, but no one's better than Reece James. He's mix and matching Kai Havertz's position, Mason Mount. There's no actually like clear strategy, and it's not working. But he gets away with it. He's had Lukaku, Werner, Havertz, and now he's about to get a Aubameyang, and we're expecting that to work out. Chelsea are getting away with it. Tuchel, he gets away with it from Chelsea fans. That Champions League trophy seriously blinded them. It does so much. That trophy that he won. But you said it yourself, King. Di Matteo did the exact same thing, got rid of quickly because it's Roman Abramovich. If Roman Abramovich was still at the club now, I think that Thomas Tuchel would be under threat, not be getting a new contract.
He's done out
no,
there with
no
Roman,
chance,
fam.
Yeah.
no chance. I think he was quite happy that Roman was leaving. If I'm honest,
Man, Roman
I know
wasn't
it
playing, fam.
Yeah.
sounds harsh, but because I don't know. What's your take on Chelsea? Then I'll say my bit. Realist.
To be honest, yeah, Chelsea, even if he spend it or the board spend it, they spend bare peas, you know. Think about this spend bare peas, you know. Havertz, Lukaku, Timo Werner. No, Werner came with Lampard, right? They came with Lampard.
Yeah,
Him
yeah,
and
yeah,
Havertz came with
yeah,
Lampard, right? All right, they came
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
Lampard.
Yeah, they spent
Lukaku,
like
bro.
200 million just before he came.
Right. Bro, they
Yeah,
spend bare peas, bro.
they
Regardless
did.
of it's not your type of players or what, fam. Bro, you have some quality players in that squad still. I'm not saying all of them are talented or the best in the world, but you have quality players in that squad still. You
Oh
just
yes.
think that your defense is not strong enough, so you want to play this defensive three at the back. Bro, playing Reece James at right side center back is a disgrace, fam. That is a disgrace, fam. One of your best
Wow.
attacking outlets, you're playing him there.
Yeah.
You're playing him
That's
there.
like you wouldn't see Pep or Klopp play Cancelo Trent as a right-sided centre back.
Everyone knows, fam. Everyone knows. Even a blind person knows Sterling works well with a striker.
100%.
You want to play him and make him a main man. What's going to happen? What's going to happen there? Bro, I don't know who thought of these signings. I don't know if Thomas Tuchel or Bowling Ball, whatever their owner name is, Todd Bowley. I don't know if he's doing the signings or whatever, bro. It's not making sense, fam. Their signings are just not making sense. That's
Yeah.
my opinion. It's not making sense.
Yeah, yeah. For me, like something is wrong at Chelsea, and there's no clear strategy or a player profile like they're going for. Like Rafinha and Sterling is two different kind of wingers. There's no similarities. Fofana and Maguire are two different players. Like Anthony Gordon, again, different player. Like they go
Gordon.
for they just go for players that are available or they think are available. They
Well,
just go
Maguire is
for
always
names
available, bro. Grab him, bro.
and that doesn't work in the Premier League anymore. You can't just gone are the days where you could just go and buy the best players, put them in one team and just dominate. Now football is different. It's a system. Is so much more sophisticated on what is asked for the players. It's less and less ask of like dribbling skills, like maybe like back in the days. Now it's more that as a player you have a role. You need to be able to press. You need to be able to defend. You need to be able to run even if you're not getting the ball.
All
Like
wrong.
all round, like and we saw that like Chelsea got outrun by Leeds 11 kilometers. And if you get outrun by a team, you lose these days. We saw Brentford and Man United, they lost. And if you look at it, like almost the past 3, 4 seasons, Man City and Liverpool are top when it comes to running stats and sprints. And that is so important. But for me, like Thomas Tuchel has never been known to be good on buying players. That's never been his thing. And you can tell it now. He has no idea on what he's doing. And for me, Chelsea, I'm not saying that they can't finish in the top four. I don't believe they will have a strong season. And I've said it for time. I feel like something is wrong there. And don't be surprised if Tuchel walks before the season is gone. Because getting Aubameyang and Anthony Gordon in is not going to solve the issues. And we got breaking news as well. I feel like we always got breaking news when I'm on a stream. And Tereak has put in Nicolas Pepe reduced his salary to make his loan move to Nice possible. Nice will cover the main part of the player's wages. Pepe will undergo medical test on Thursday, from Fabrizio Romano. And yeah, let's jump into Arsenal. I want to hear your opinion as someone who has no emotional attachment to Arsenal, who doesn't support the club. What is your take on Arsenal right now?
You man look good. You man look good. You man ain't gonna finish good, but you man look good. The reason why I say that has been, I'm sure I'm older than Tereak. I don't know if I'm older than King, but I watched football long enough, bro. I know what you man do every year, fam. You man start off, you'll do your thing, and as soon as March comes around, fam, capitulation FC, fam. I know you, man. So I never care when it's up. When the people start talking about Arsenal gonna do this, I'm like, yeah, you man are tapped, fam. That is not gonna happen. So I know what's gonna happen with you, man, bro. Not saying things can be changed. Things could change. This is Arteta is a new person. He could change the mentality and all that. Things could change. But realistically, you man look good, fam. You look good. I still think that I want to see when the new players get incorporated to see what they offer, because we didn't really know much about all these new players. So see what they offer to your team. See how they fit to the Premier League and all that. Saliba he was always good, fam. I'd never care for this Ben White Dunny, fam. But Saliba, yeah. I want to see Tomiyasu come back. I still think you might need like something for Saka, though. Something there, some help there. I don't know if that what's his name? His name Fabio Vieira. I don't know. I think he could play out wide too, so I don't know if he's gonna be like a cover to help Saka out as well. But I think Saka needs something because, bro, last season, this is one thing I was complaining about. I'm like, this guy's playing too much, bro. He's playing too much, bro. That was my complaint last season. I kept telling Crab, I'm like, Crab, why y'all playing this guy every single game, bro? I know there's 5 substitutes. I still think that sometimes Arteta just need to take him off, bro. Just take him off. Just take him off. Let him, even if he score, he's having a good game, just take him off, let him rest, bro. Because he looks, you can see he looks like it's too much games, bro. Just give him a rest, bro. But you, man, look good. Let's see what the season holds for you, man. Because when the Sunday, Thursday games that are coming, that's going to be the real test for him, because he's going to have to deal with the Europe, balancing the squad, make sure people happy. As Tereak was talking about, make sure people happy, make sure man getting game down, but still keeping the performances up. Because I know you man don't want to finish outside the Champions League this season. That's probably your aim, to finish in that top 4, innit? So let's see.
Yeah. What about you, Tereak? What's your view on Arsenal?
I think Realest makes some good points as someone who's looking from the outside, because as King, when we talk about Spurs, we always say, but it's Spurs, isn't it? They're going to Spurs it up, even with Conte. So I can hear why Realest is saying that. As me and King have spoken about, we can see differences under Arteta in things that may change. And in terms of being happy, the squad's a lot smaller than it has been previously. Even when we last finished 8th, the squad was quite big then, full of deadwood, not great players, but it kind of shows the importance of, if you can keep the squad small, players are going to always keep playing engaged. That Saka comment as well, I agree. I think, and not necessarily for the case for last season, but this season, because his contract's running down and Arsenal trying to get him to sign a new contract, maybe we might see Arteta, even if we get a new winger, still persist with him until that new contract sign, until we get some commitment. And the same probably will go with Saliba. What was that?
Is that safe though? Just in case,
I don't think
injury terms, just in case or something like that happen.
No,
World Cup is coming, all that.
It's up to Saka though, isn't it? Because the club are definitely in talks and they want to renew his contract. It's just depending on if Saka's, saying I'm going to bide my time. I may sign my contract after the World Cup. If he does it before, then I think it's a much safer position, and Arsenal can take a little bit more risks and rotate.
Did y'all offer anything yet? Like any contract wise, y'all offer anything to him yet?
Yeah. So what we know of so far, Arsenal are in talks with him. It's quite positive at the moment. There's no issues. There's no stalling. It's just, they're just sorting it out. There's nothing official. Same goes with Saliba as well. It's positive talks.
New contract, I read. Oh yeah, he'd have him.
He's got 2 years left. He's got 2 years left on his. So it's going to be interesting. We are in for a winger. King can definitely talk his thoughts on that. We're in for a winger. We're in for a midfielder, and we could still have a surprise signing, like Vieira himself.
What kind of midfielder are you talking about here?
What a central midfielder? That's what we're looking at. as
Just
well.
what, like, why me, like on the defensive side, on the attacking
Uh,
side?
it just says central, so I don't think it's going to be a Thomas Partey cover directly, but it's looking someone centrally. He got
Hybrid something.
could be potentially, yeah. But we could also see a surprise, like a Vieira, like a Tomiyasu was in the last summer. Nobody knew when he was coming.
Nice price too. Nice price.
Exactly, yeah. So interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I can just echo what both of you have said. For me, we Arsenal now, we are at least finally at a phase where you can see certain fundamental improvements that's not been there for years. So there's a clear plan on what kind of players the club wants to buy. And if they don't get player A, they move on to player B. And that is something I haven't seen for years, where we had them times where we were buying Kolasniak, Socrates, Mustafi, Granit
Great times.
Xhaka, Gabriel Paulista. Like
Great
those were
times.
hard times as an Arsenal fans, and I didn't have any faith. Obviously, you love your club, you support your club, but them days there was no enthusiasm for me because I just couldn't see us going anywhere, and we didn't. Yes, we would win the odd FA Cup here and there, but it was never anything special. But for me, yeah, at least now we are buying much better players, and we are buying players with a certain mentality. And you can also now see what kind of football the manager wants to play. And the players look happy. I know it's early days and we are winning. So obviously when you are winning, it's easier to be happy than when you're not winning. But also you can see the fans that goes to games. They are excited, they back the team, and they are very loud. And that's not something Arsenal been known for years, for having a loud fan base, especially the home fans. The away fans are usually good, but the fans that goes to home games are usually quite low. So I like that. For me, it's up to the club here to make sure that we can get another two players and get into where we need to be. If we can do that, if we get a winger in who can compete with Saka, and we got a central midfielder in as well, I think Arsenal are gonna have a good season. That doesn't mean that we are winning the league or anything like that, but I do think we can have a solid season where maybe we can even secure top four earlier than before. Maybe even in end of April, you can tell that Arsenal are gonna get top
Yeah.
four because we are more settled than the likes of Chelsea, Man United, and Spurs.
I want to ask a
And
question though.
yeah,
How
yeah,
much points did we finish on last season?
69.
Is I know some people watch it like that. Is if you man get more points, do you all take that
Yeah,
as a positive? If you all even finish somewhere in the same position?
yeah.
I think if we get more points, that guarantees top four. I don't think because of how the Premier League's right now. I think if you can get above 70 points, then
Mhm.
I think that'll be enough this season to
Because I
qualify.
was watching something with United. How
Yeah.
much you all think is our
I,
average
I,
points in the
I,
last
I
5 seasons?
I know what you're saying because I remember when Ole finished second, he got 75 points. When Emery finished fifth, he had 75 points. So the same point tally got one manager second, the other manager
Mm-hmm.
didn't even get Champions League.
See what I'm
But I think the
saying?
main difference was that a lot of teams were so unsettled when Ole finished
Ollie,
second,
yeah, right.
and that is the reason
That
why
was the same season with
75
Liverpool
gave
had the
him.
the, the transfer
Yeah, the
debacle. Not
injuries, and
the injury
Chelsea
thing,
Injuries.
had
Yeah.
right?
Frank Lampard, and Arsenal had just signed
Arteta. Yeah.
Arteta, and Leicester had major injuries. Like everything that could have gone all his way went his way, basically, for him to just be able to finish
There's a lot of points to
second.
play for still. A lot of points to
Yeah,
play for still.
100%. Like no one can predict what's going to happen in the future, but at least now you can look at Arsenal and say there's hope for improvement.
You know why I'll say there's hope for you, man? You see
Yeah.
the games you all played so far?
Yeah.
People expect you all to win those games.
Yeah.
You all win those games. You see
Yeah.
the Bournemouth, the last one you all played? I ain't even looking at that game, bro. That man was just shit, fam. They
That's
didn't
good.
even do
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
even do nothing. But you see the games before, I like
Yeah.
what I saw from you, man. I said, like, yeah, these man, yeah, they play good football. That last game, that man was just shocking. They didn't even try to attack you, man. Like they
Mm.
Yeah.
suck, man.
But really, that's what we need, man. That's what
Yeah,
Arsene
that's what I'm
Wenger.
saying.
That's
That's what
why
I'm
that's
getting
his bread
to.
and butter. We
That's what
couldn't
I'm getting
even
to.
beat top four teams, and
Those
we were
teams, if
still
you keep
making it.
winning and beating the teams you should be winning, at the end of the season, those points is going to come in so important because when y'all lost, when y'all fans was jumping around thinking top four and Champions League last season, bro, it's those same games that messed y'all up. It's those same games that messed y'all up, fam. Y'all beat us, y'all beat Chelsea, lose to Newcastle, lose to Palace. Was
Brighton,
it Brighton?
Southampton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brighton are a good
Yeah.
side.
Brighton.
I think
Brighton
anyone
and
can
then
get.
Everton was
Yeah.
struggling and y'all lost to them too, innit?
Yeah, we gave them
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
win in like in like 3 months.
So you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Those were the
Yeah.
teams that
Yeah.
you needed to smash, just like United.
Yeah.
We lost a bunch of insects and animals to the start of the season so far, fam. Some bloody birds and some bloody bees from a bunch of flying objects.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
need to be slapping these brothers.
it's true.
But
Yeah.
yo,
And
it's a process, isn't it?
it is. It is. And that moves on nicely to Liverpool because Liverpool, people expect them to win against Fulham. People expect them to win against Palace. People expect them even to win against Man
United,
United,
yeah.
but they didn't. What do you guys make of Liverpool? Should we be worried for them? Are they failing to do the transition from that team that they had 3 years ago that was so strong to now having an aging squad, or are we looking too deep into it? What's your view on it, Tariq? I'll start with you.
I do think we kind of had this conversation. Was it yesterday? Was it on Realest stream? I think we had it on
Yeah,
yesterday as
yeah,
well. So when you do have a squad that's like that, with that's so settled, that's so comfortable, and that's been there for so many years, I do think that is a massive factor in regeneration and refreshing and going through a transition. Manchester City, they're going through like a transition right now, getting rid of Sterling, Jesus, Zinchenko, three players that have been there for a long period of time, wanted that fresh start. But at Liverpool, Liverpool's recruitment that is nowhere near the levels of Manchester City in terms of bringing players in and bringing in fresh talent. I don't think anyway. I know a lot was made in January when there's like, oh, look, they've got Diaz and then Mane. They're not even the same type of player. So like, it's
so
not.
you're admitting that the
Nah,
Colombian Pepe is not
no,
that
no,
good?
no. Mane's better, but
Nah, I'm
Diaz is
joking.
still
I'm joking.
quality.
He's
um,
quality. He's quality.
the
Not like
ones
Kulusevski though, but
Yeah, thank
he's,
you,
he's,
thank you,
anyway,
thank
stat
you,
man
really.
over there. You know what I mean? You man are just stats, man. That's what I'm
nah,
saying.
man. The eye test still. The eye test.
I
Yeah,
tell
Still.
yeah, okay. We'll see
yeah,
this season then. Anyways, Trent and Virgil van Dijk, the two players who are the most comfortable in that team, have been the worst two players this season so far. So that says a lot to me. And they're going to continue remaining in their places no matter what. What it should be, and if it's the case at Manchester City, don't matter who you are, if you're not performing well, you're getting dropped and rotated.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they are keeping the levels so high. And that's why they're able to keep going and winning 4 Premier Leagues in 5 years. It's a joke. So that's why. But at Liverpool, they don't have that because these key players are going to keep playing no matter what, and they can drop stinkers and keep playing. And you can't, with the levels they've taken this league, it's practically impossible to have those. You can't drop off for a period like that in a season. That's what killed Liverpool last. They started slowly. Even City started slowly, but they picked up the points way earlier than Liverpool, that 14-point lead, whilst Liverpool were dropping points to Brighton at home, going to Brentford, conceding 3. Van Dijk and Trent looking terrible then as well. But then halfway through the season, they were like, all right, now we'll kick it in. And now Trent will show his levels, Van Dijk will. So, yeah, I think it could be worse. I will be honest though. I don't see them dropping out of the top four. I think they'll be comfortable in there.
What do
I
you guys
tell
make
you,
of this comment on Virgil?
oh man,
Uh,
I can't wait to get this brother here. I tell you what, yeah. See, I agree with what Tereak said, but he said one thing that I'm on to him for. He
yeah,
said, like in Man City's team, if you don't perform, you get dropped. That's why I
yeah.
was saying with United, fam. So don't study Rashford with his nonsense. Drop their asses,
Yeah, well,
bro. You're
nah, yeah,
shit. You're not playing. But back to Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah,
These man, let's be honest, right? I want to start with Van Dijk, fam. People love this guy off, bro. I keep saying it, bro. Last season, Matip was Liverpool's best defender, fam. By miles. Matip was their best defender. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Van Dijk is a shit player. I'm just saying last season, Matip was the better defender. Van Dijk is brilliant at organizing the defense. But sometimes, bro, you need to take initiative and get his foot dirty a little bit. Bro, Van Dijk don't like to tackle no one. He just always just stands there and drop back, and the next person that play. I know that's why a partnership comes in. One is the aggressor, and one is just there to clean up. Van Dijk is the cleanup guy. In most times when you watch Liverpool play. But come on, bro. Tackle someone sometimes. He just backs off all the time. He always backs off. The Champions League final is the same thing he was doing, backing off. He played us just the other day. He's backing off. Why does he keep backing off though? What? Is he too good to tackle someone now? Is he too elite?
to be
Well,
honest,
sometimes get your foot dirty, bro.
but to be
Get your
honest,
foot dirty.
that's how Van Dijk's been defending for about 4 years. But it's a
That's
problem
that's one
now.
of my problem with him all the time. I keep telling
Yeah.
people how they're saying he's the best.
No,
You
but
can't be the best if you ain't doing something. Not because you read the game well and your teammates is there. Let's be honest, Liverpool, the way they play, defending is not really the hardest thing for them because everybody works for each other in the team. Everyone works. And that's what's
yeah.
catching up to them now. Right now,
Uh,
they're too
I
old
think
and they can't keep up with doing it.
it's subjective though. When you look at defending, it's all subjective because some people don't rate John Terry, but he will troll his whole body on the line. Like they're completely different defenders, and it depends on how you look at the game. What do you want from a centre back? I like Van Dijk because that's how I want the game to be played. To be honest, that's how I defended, and that's how I defend when I play.
All right, Tereak. Let me ask you this, right?
Yeah.
Different teams, you could do things differently. Right?
Yeah,
Barcelona, right? Barcelona, look how they defend. They defend because they have the ball. You get what I'm saying?
So do Liverpool.
Man City, they defend because they have the ball.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, they don't defend because they have the ball. They actually defend. When Ramos was there, right?
Yeah.
They don't care, fam. They getting that ball. They tackling you and getting that ball. Liverpool, on the other hand, they have people that work so hard, so they close you down and they force you into mistakes. So they win the ball back. So Van Dijk didn't really have a hard, rugged time like that. But now we have people actually like, yo, Van Dijk, you looking like you're losing it, man. So people are actually going at him.
Let me tell you this though. This is one big example. Like we criticize Van Dijk for how he defends in them situations, but I remember when Musa Sissoko and Heung-min Son were in a 2v1 situation, and he defended the exact same way and forced Musa Sissoko to have a shot with his left foot. And everybody was there going, that's exactly
idiot, fam. Don't
how
worry
you
about
defend a 2v1.
Sissoko is an idiot, fam. Don't worry about that. He's an idiot.
He blocked, but what Van Dijk did amazing. He blocked the pass and he said, Sissoko, you're going to have to shoot. He gave him the harder.
I realized Tereak dying on this hill with Trent and Van Dijk.
Listen, it's that light screen brother tax. They gotta stay together, innit?
Man.
Bro,
Nah, I'm joking. But do you know what it is for me, Tereak? Yeah. With Van Dijk on the ball, he's probably the best defender still in the world. His passing is amazing, and his ball control is amazing. But for me, the problem with Van Dijk is that he's not learned to evolve in his defending. So the way he used to defend, it doesn't work for him anymore because it's been found out. And I also think that I said this last year, and I can just echo what Realest is saying, that I don't think he was that good last year. I think Matip was a monster last year, and he was by far the best defender in the league for me. And when you look at it, yeah, Virgil, he's had a major injury. He's lost a yard. And that yard means that before, if he was passive, because of his pace, he could cover up. And we had that same thing. You remember when Rio started to decline and lose his pace?
A QPR
It wasn't the
especially,
same.
bro.
It wasn't the same defender anymore. And I think that's happening to Van Dijk. He's still quality though. He will still do well. He'll still be amazing on the ball. But I just think that if he can't find that spirit to dug in and find the timing to when to be aggressive and when to not be aggressive, he's gonna struggle more
But
than before.
that's what I was just saying with the partnership, though. I know defending is a partnership thing. Is you and your partner one gonna do this so you could be able to do this? But at the same time, though, if he knows, all right, my partner got beat, I can't just keep backing up because how far you want to go? You want to go inside the goal? Brother, do something, bro. He just keeps backing up the same way you used to defend last season. It's not working this time. You have to change it up. I know your midfield thing is an issue too because them man are old, fam. Fabinho don't look like himself at all. I don't know what's going on with him.
Really, play like once again. Me playing as I've played as a defender, so I'm going to be in defenders union here. If your midfield is crap, yeah, no one can defend 1v1 because attackers always have the advantage over you. If Saliba had that midfield in front of him, trust me, I promise you now, trust me, Saliba would be getting roasted.
Yeah, but you see, this is technically different strokes to different folks here, Tereak. Yeah. I'll be on to you, because I remember things people say, when we was talking about United defense, it was the same thing, and I kept talking about the midfield was shit in front of them.
Yeah, of course.
But wait, get this, Van Dijk, fam. If you are pride upon world's best defender, I don't give a damn about what midfield you have in front of you. You need to show some initiative, bro. Don't make it. So then what? So then you're not really the best. Then the midfield is the one that's bailing you out. Then,
all right,
is that what we said? I get what you're saying. I know your midfield helps defensively because as a defender you're going to be outnumbered, right? But he's not showing the same things that we expect from what we saw from Van Dijk. That leadership when it comes to defending, he's not showing that no more. He's more passive now. He's not as aggressive as he used to be. I know he's getting older, but
he was never aggressive, bro. If you look at his statistics throughout the whole career, he's never been an aggressive defender. He's always been
the guy's as harmful as a dove right now, fam.
Nah, man. Honestly, man, what if you even look back? I know you're not going to do this because I wouldn't do it myself. But if you look back at when Liverpool's midfield was good and they had that functioning midfield and they were doing a lot of the dog work there, and Van Dijk only had to defend in certain scenarios, he was excellent at that. Do you know when we praise goalkeepers that only have to make saves when they're called upon, like Alisson? Usually, yeah, that's what we should do. The same for centre backs when the balls are whipping in, Van Dijk's heading them away. But with Van Dijk, he's been getting ran at left, right, and centre because the midfield has been shocking for Liverpool for 3 years now. Really, since they lost Wijnaldum, Thiago can't stay fit, and the one time that they did stay fit, they were knocking on the door of Liverpool. I mean Manchester City, bro. Midfield.
I agree to this comment, Tereak.
Yeah.
He was so I used to tell Liverpool fans this, you guys don't understand how good this player is until it leaves. And I think they can see that now. They never really appreciated how good he was because he does everything that Thiago and Fabinho can't do.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. Gini Wijnaldum is a technically good player, but because he works so hard, people just look at him as a workhorse. But when you actually deep it and you look at when he plays for Holland, that's when you understand that, this guy can carry the ball. He can dribble. He can put that pass in.
Yeah, but people forgot where he came from. When Gini broke onto the scene for PSV, he was a winger. The guy was a winger, fam.
And this is where 100%. This is an example of absence makes the heart grow fonder. Because I remember when Gini Wijnaldum was playing, I remember all the criticism. He don't do enough, man. Like he doesn't do enough.
People used to say that about him.
Yeah, because people. You know what the problem is, Realest? You remember back in the days when we used to.
I can't see that. What people saying about him.
Even Mane, bro. It was just a year ago. Mane's watched. Remember that. Mane's watched. Remember? Come on, man.
Really. I don't know, maybe you're too young, Tariq, but really, do you remember back in the days when we used to watch football? Yeah, nobody cared about stats.
I don't give it.
You
I
would
still
just
don't care about it.
Yeah, but you know today's football fans. Like, I'll give you an example. Yeah, if Xavi played in this modern era, people would say that he's overrated. He doesn't score goals. He doesn't get assists.
I know what to do with that.
The-
With that what you said there. Tariq, you remember the show, Tariq?
Graham, yeah. But so,
One guy told
literally,
us that Lampard is efficiently better than Zidane, and if he had 100 million, he'd buy Lampard any day.
and
oh my god.
Lampard and Gerrard are better than Iniesta and Xavi.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. It's like in in
Exactly.
in
That's the stats
King,
thing. That's
in
what the
King
in
stats
looks like
in
thing
he's
is.
gonna be
regard.
sick now, bro.
Oh yeah, no, that sickens me really, really, really. Because the thing is this, yeah, people don't look deep into football anymore. People just look at your FPL score or on live score on one football. How many goals did you get?
Mhm.
How many assists did you get? People just want flashy moments, but people don't appreciate players that dictate the game,
You
players
need
that
these
can
like
slow
Pirlo,
down the tempo or up at the tempo
like
with
Pirlo.
just
You
one
need them.
touch or find the pockets
Look, they
or
said
create
Salah is better than
triangles.
Ronaldinho,
Like,
brother.
yeah,
Salah,
and
Dino.
nah, I mean, he's not even close to him, but it's terrible if you are a fan of the beautiful game.
Mm-hmm.
Today is terrible to be a football fan because you can't even say certain things and people will be like, "You just waffling. What are
Yeah,
you
that's why I
talking
don't
about?"
enjoy football now. I keep saying I prefer football from the 90s to the
Yeah,
early 2000,
yeah,
2006, that area there.
yeah,
I loved
yeah,
football, but now I still love football, but it's
yeah.
just so
Look, do
dead,
you
man.
remember? Was it 1 or 2 years ago when Sky Sports were comparing Bruno Fernandes to Eric Cantona because he was
Been
on a
that shit player, man.
like what a
He stinks,
how can
man.
you disrespect a legend of the game that much? I mean, do they even realize what they are saying? Because when Eric Cantona was playing for Man United, I
We
think he
wasn't winning the
won the
league though.
title
He brought
every
the league to
season
us. Yep.
he played, and then he got suspended, come back and won again. Like,
Mhm.
it's not just people think that if you don't score a goal now in football as an attacking player, you've not had a good game. That's the problem. People
Yeah.
attach goals to a good player. So if you don't score goals, they can't see how did he have a good game.
You,
They
you
can't
know,
see if you made a run that opened up a space and the centre back followed you and the other attacker could run into that hole and score. People
you know
don't
who's a
look at
perfect
those
example
things.
of that? I don't know how much y'all watch Real Madrid here.
Yeah,
Y'all know Tony Cruz, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
brother
yeah,
don't run, fam.
yeah,
Exactly.
That brother
yeah,
don't run, bro. Every time I watch Real Madrid, all I was just him, He's the only
yeah,
person I watch, bro. Like, this bitch is not moving, Look at him. He just walks. He just walks around the whole pitch, bro. You know why?
You
yeah.
know what
The
else?
brain, the
You
brain.
know what else as well, realist and King's right. Last week, yeah,
Yeah,
everyone. I mean, for last game week, everyone's saying Odegaard was class, this and that. In
yeah,
terms of his performance level, he was just as good as he was against Leicester, but he was
yeah,
dead then, apparently, because he didn't get a
yeah.
goal or an assist. That's
Mm.
oh,
Yeah, but
this is
that's the
what
thing.
football, man.
I hear a lot of Arsenal fans say that Odegaard needs to score as many goals as Madison. But I'm telling them they're two different players. Like, Odegaard's vision and understanding of football is different from Madison. Madison is
Mhm.
a moments player that in the
He just make
moment,
something
if he
happen,
gets
yeah.
an opportunity, he can do something wonderful and get a goal. But he can't dictate the game. He won't break the line with his passing. He won't press like an Odegaard. He won't find the pockets like an Odegaard. And these are the things that manage. There's a reason why Madison still, with all his goals and his young age, is still at Leicester.
Mhm.
Because Leicester is a selling club. If he was that good as people believe that he is, that he's even better than Odegaard, so why is he playing for Liverpool or Man City or Real Madrid or Barca or PSG or Juve, Inter?
Mhm.
But because people just look at, oh, you had a good moment, Oh yeah, that's fine. And that's the reason why someone like Pepe is the perfect example. Yeah, Pepe had his best goal scoring season the year before last, and we were still looking to replace him because outside the goals he scores, he causes more issues because he gets rid of the ball too often. He
Yeah,
loses the ball too often. He doesn't defend. His first touch isn't effective enough. He can't create triangles with his passing. But fans don't see that. But he scored. Yeah, but did we win? How many goals did we concede?
Mhm,
Is the balance of the team good?
mhm.
And these are the things that I one day hope I can do on Twitch, where you can actually show people that this is the issue with this player and this is why this player is underrated.
I
Because I
love what
feel
you're
like
saying.
people look at football at a simple way
I
and
love
they
what you're
think it's a
saying.
simple game, but it isn't.
I'll say a controversial thing now. This is
Yeah,
this is my whole thing when it comes to Ronaldo, fam. That's my
ah,
whole thing right there.
yeah,
Everybody is the best
mm,
goal scorer is the GOAT. Yeah, but
yeah,
if you don't play to suit this brother, he ain't doing nothing for you. He don't bring nothing
yeah,
to the team. If Ronaldo is not scoring a goal, what does he offer
yeah,
to you? Nothing.
What
He
about
don't.
Messi? But when Messi ain't scoring, he's still offering you loads of.
Exactly. As much as people hate Martial, I'm not Martial FC, but as much as people hate
yeah,
him, when
yeah. I
Martial
get what
plays,
you mean.
fam, you know what the thing with Martial is? He's not a greedy
Mm,
player, bro. So if
yeah,
he's running with the ball, fam, and you just make an opening and he sees you are open, probably he's giving you the ball, bro.
Hmm.
He will
yeah,
never just try to just be greedy to shoot. That's the problem with Rashford, bro. He shoots every time. You will not look up. Just raise your head, fam.
If you
yeah,
brought on Martial, I mean, if you brought on Ronaldo instead of Martial, you don't win that game against Liverpool.
No chance. They
yeah,
will press
yeah,
him to death and take the ball, fam.
yeah, yeah. And it's good because if you look even in the past, yeah, if you look at someone like a Dennis Bergkamp, yeah, I think Dennis Bergkamp had one season where he scored 20 goals. I think Drogba had 2 seasons where he scored 20 Premier League goals.
Mhm.
So if you just look at their stats, you would say, oh, they were all right. But if you look at them and the impact that they
Big
had
game
in the
players, bro.
team, you would say these are world class players. And that's why they were so rated. And that's why for me, stats is overrated because I'll give you an example. You will see a lot of people that can score a goal.
Mhm.
But how many Chavis will you see? How many Fabregas will you see?
Iniesta.
Tempos, the
Iniesta.
tempo players.
Yeah. And people don't deep that. Like, and that's why I remember when Fabregas said a statement, I think it was on Twitter, where he said that getting an assist, and he means a real assist, is harder than to score a goal.
You
Because
have
to
to have the
ping a
vision to
ball
create it.
from deep in the play and see a space that hasn't occurred yet is harder to than score the goal. And that's why you will see way more goal scorers than you will see creators.
Bro, just look at some of the goals I've been given, bro. Bro, this is why I said football is gone to mess. Bro, I'll never stop giving this example. Not last
Yeah,
season, the season before that, we had Dan James, bro. We played Southampton. I remember the score, everything. Fam,
yeah,
Tellez crossed the ball. The
yeah,
ball hit off of Bruno Fernandes, bro. Went to
yeah,
Dan James. He scored. They gave the assist to Bruno Fernandes. What the
yeah.
hell is that, fam? Bro, football has gone to shit, bro. I'm telling you, it's gone
I
to
know,
shit.
I know, man. But listen, first of all, big up the community. I've seen so many people in here
Big up the chat,
that's
man. Big up
tuned
the chat.
in. The chat. You guys are amazing. All of you. I
I can't lie to
appreciate
you.
all
This
of
name,
you.
this name is killing me, fam. Rancid Pumpkin. This name is killing me, fam.
Yeah, big up Rancid Pumpkin. We like your name. But yeah, guys, before we end this stream, shout out your socials and where people can find you. And guys, make sure you subscribe to their channels. I'm sure most of you have, but if you haven't, make sure you do it. We start with you, Realist. What you saying?
Realist underscore United on everything. I just started YouTube, people, so I think I'm on probably what 60 followers, subscribers on YouTube. I'm not saying followers, subscribers on YouTube. Every sub helps though. I appreciate it though. I just started YouTube, but I'm mainly on Twitch, daily on Twitch. Love people.
Yeah, I'm gonna put his YouTube channel in there. Make sure you subscribe to it. And
Appreciate
what
it.
about you, Tariq? Where can people find you?
Big up, King, man. Thanks for inviting me on, and it's always a pleasure chatting to you both, man. Realest and King, my two granddads up there. You know what I mean?
Granddad, you know.
But now, man, you can find me at Tereak Talks. Talking all things Arsenal and football, other clubs. Plenty of watch-alongs and plenty of talk shows. Check out the Arsenal show that me, King, and Wilf did yesterday. It was a great one. It was very good. We loved it, man. And yeah, we got plenty of Arsenal fans in here. So come subscribe and yeah, get involved. And we love to have your opinions and thoughts as well. And if you want to come on the channel, you're more than welcome anytime.
Yeah, man. Still on to Wolf though.
I know you are.
I ain't letting that down, bro.
Hey, big up Wilf. Uncle Wilf as well, man. Yeah, guys, honestly, thank you for tuning in today. It was a good stream as always. This panel is lit. Tariq and Realist know what they're talking about, and that's why I have them here. I'm gonna try and get some more calling shows so you guys can also come in and have your words, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I put it in the link, and we are out. Thank you so much.